Hi, welcome to Coffee with Pastor. We're going to talk coffee, current events at Grace Fellowship of Lexington, morning walk with Pastor Jim Schreiner, and we're going to also just have some great time of fellowship, talking about things in the Word, things that are on our hearts, what God's doing here at our church. We invite you to listen, to watch, to join us, get a cup of coffee, and just enjoy your time with us. Thank you. All right.
All right.
Welcome back to Coffee with Pastor. A salute. No, I'm thinking of Tool Time. All right. I'm Jason, and this is
me,
Pastor Jim Schreiner.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
Good to be back. World Cup.
Yes.
I'm telling you what. We're recording this early, so I know we've advanced to the knockout round. I'm not sure the schedule right now as we're recording this, but man, USA's playing amazing. I shared it last week. The Holy Spirit spoke to me and said, watch this team. And I'm not prophesying they're going to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I realized after their second game against Australia, when they gathered in a circle and prayed, what the Lord was talking about. And I'm not saying the whole team, but there are some that are on fire for God and refuse to back down from their relationship with Jesus. And I love seeing it. You talk. I'm getting coffee.
No, this looks good. I'm excited. We've got some cool stuff out here. Obviously, Pastor has his soccer jersey, American football jersey. There you go.
No, actually, football jersey, American soccer.
American soccer.
American football is tackle.
Yeah, that's right. And then, oddly enough, though, we do have a football thing.
Yes,
up
we
here
do have
too.
a football stadium, American football stadium.
I just thought it was cool. I was like, we got to use that because I know it's part of the vision that you have.
It is. I've got, I don't know if you can see it or not, those that are viewing us, but in the window behind me, I have the vision because one of the things that the Holy Spirit has shown me is this move of God continues to grow. We're going to outgrow our meeting places.
Yeah.
The first one, you can't see it, is over my right shoulder is Rupp Arena. The second step that he's shown me is Kroger Field or Commonwealth Stadium, the football stadium where Kentucky plays. And then the third one that you can't see that is over Jason's left shoulder is just an open field. We're going to have to take over fields for this harvest that's coming in. And, you know, it's interesting. And so this was something Alice gave me.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was for my birthday that she had found, and she put the words "the vision" across, or love the vision across the front of it. And I love it. I keep it in my office. I look at it every day.
It's really cool.
I look at these 3 pictures that Pastor Eric photoshopped for me. And I keep it in front of me. And it's funny because I know it's from God because God said it. So I want to establish that first. But it's from God because of how much Satan fights it.
Mm.
Are you serious? This is ridiculous. How in the world could you? And because I know.
Yeah.
I cannot see it any other way. I can't see us any other way than packed to capacity and people waiting in line to get in. I see our parking lot, our yard full of cars.
Yeah.
I can't see it any other way.
Yeah. And if people are hungry, we know they are, they'll show up.
Yeah.
It makes me think when we were on vacation, Lexington had this massive music festival. Now it's not a Christian music festival, so I'm not going to name what it was, but thousands and thousands from all over attended multiple stages.
Yeah.
The whole thing, which is not, those are around. Those are, not uncommon. But the fact that that's not uncommon.
Yeah, well, and even another example of it was Brandon Lake at the CMA Awards.
Yeah.
And the first time in CMA history that the outdoor stage was, what they say, sold out 3 times.
Yeah.
And for a Sunday morning service.
Yeah.
He called it Cowboy Church. And I listened to a part of his message, and it was outstanding.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really, and there's religious people that get on him because of the tattoos and the hair, and you know what? We're splitting hairs over things that don't matter.
Yeah.
And people are coming into the kingdom.
Yeah.
That's all that matters to me. Now, I'm not talking about overlooking false doctrine, which I'm not saying he has any.
Yeah.
That wasn't implied. But we get upset about things because it's different than what we are.
Yeah.
And Paul said, I'm going to be all things to all people.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing to see what Brandon Lake, Phil Wickham, the tour and the stadiums packed out.
And now Forrest Frank
And the stadiums that he's packed out. And again, people hungry for Jesus that want to worship Jesus, want to come together and worship together.
My prayer, and I'm not insinuating anything, but my prayer for those men, and especially Brandon Lake, that's the one that God really assigned to me, was to pray that they stay on course.
Yeah.
It takes a special believer to be able to handle success.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, failure is much easier than success is, because failure will drive you to do more. Success many times will lead you to back off.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got it. You know, my son-in-law Josh years ago asked me, we were traveling at the time, gone every month out of the country preaching, and he asked me, what do you do now that you've made it? And I wasn't sharp.
That's a question.
I wasn't, but I said, that's not how I view this.
Yeah.
This is not making it. I love what I'm doing. God has opened amazing doors to me. Elizabeth and I were just talking about it recently, that, I mean, there's tough times. We've been in ministry now 35 years, and you're not in ministry for 15 seconds without having tough times.
Yeah.
But how good God has been to us, the places we've been. We have a screensaver on our television, and it's amazing. We were watching less and less television. There's just so little that we want to watch. But our screensaver, it randomly chooses photos from
your library.
From my library. And it's bringing up a lot of them from ministry around the world. Pictures from like Paris and pictures from Oncé. I'm not saying it correctly, so I apologize in advance. Oncé, France. That is honestly one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life.
That's cool.
It is. It's a lake surrounded by mountains. It is gorgeous. I mean, to Switzerland. And it's God's amazing.
Yeah. If you remember from last podcast, that was the land of my people.
Yeah, sitting in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, the coffee we're drinking today, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to tell you here in just a second. It's called Kenya AA+.
Okay.
And this is a dark roast.
I did try it already.
You can see it's a dark roast. Roasty, complex, caramel with gentle earthiness. Now, I saw a post a couple weeks ago that more applies to me. I love good tasting coffee, and I'm very particular. I am bougie when it comes to my coffee. But I like a coffee that slaps my brain and says, get up, we got a lot to do today. That's more accurate too. But no, I like it when you can taste what it tastes like.
Yeah.
And so, what do you think?
It's very good. It's very good.
Man, that is so smooth.
It's smooth, but it's also got like a boldness
does.
to it.
Bold flavor,
Not
bold
bitter
flavor. I understand if you smell it, you can smell the earthiness. That's probably the best way. It's funny the words that are used to describe it, but it's like, I don't know. That's good.
These are the words we have.
Yeah,
so.
These are the words we were given, so we're going to use them. Chris, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm so grateful for our partnership. We're changing the world.
Yeah.
And I like to bring it up every so often that when he first opened his shop, roasting coffee is his main, what he does. I had a woman come in there and prophesy to him that your little coffee shop is going to touch the world. And when we reached out to partner with him, my goodness, over a year ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Wow. He told me, he goes, I believe this is the beginning of the fulfillment of that word. That we're touching the world. And we are. We're putting money into missions.
Yep.
And changing the world with this.
Yes. Also, just FYI, so this is episode 95. I think episode 100, we have a giveaway.
We do. I am giving away an espresso machine.
And so I think it's going to come from sales, right? Like we're going to put whoever buys coffee into a drawing.
Yes, that's what we've decided. We were trying to figure out a way to do it fairly, and I know everybody watches it at different times.
Yeah.
And so the first one to respond, that's okay. But I think what we're going to do is everybody that buys coffee, for every bag you buy, your name is going to be put in the drawing.
When do we want to start that? I was thinking we could probably start it after this episode.
I think that
sounds good. Give us 5 episodes.
Give us 5 episodes, And for every bag of coffee that's bought, whether it's from the podcast or here at the church,
Yeah.
if you want to come to church to buy it, that'd be great. We'll put your name into a drawing, and then on the 100th podcast, I'll give away that Nespresso.
That's so cool.
Now that money's not coming out of coffee sales. That's coming from me.
Yeah,
that's
all this goes into missions.
All that goes into missions. We don't touch any of it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I found out a couple weeks ago. Now we've remedied it since then, but I was actually double buying the coffee.
Really?
I was buying it from Fourth Level, and I was buying the bags when they got here.
Oh,
so anyway, we I don't mind doing that. It's great ground.
Yeah, amen.
We fixed it.
You're like, I feel like I've spent a lot on coffee. I normally do. But
so I do want you to see my coffee cup.
That's very cool
because it's got a picture of Jesus on it, and I love it that he's laughing.
Yes,
I love that. How does Jesus make his coffee? He brews it. I know,
but
that's also proof that men are to make coffee in their house for their wives because he brews.
Oh,
just saying.
Yeah, that remind me. We talked about it a couple episodes ago.
That's good.
But you're set up on vacation, and you brought the white chocolate stuff that Elizabeth loves. It was really good.
Yeah, that was funny on vacation because I take it everywhere.
Yeah.
Not that full setup, and I made the mistake of when I went to Peru. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't take any of my coffee stuff. I didn't even take my Ember coffee cup, which was a sad day a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
My copper Ember coffee cup died.
Yeah, it gave up.
It gave up the ghost. It put up a good fight, and it was used. There's no question about it. But it gave up the ghost. So I'm down to one. I'll make it, though.
Yeah, you can be okay. It gives us good ideas for birthdays and Christmas.
But normally when I travel, when I was traveling a lot, I learned to just take as much of home with me as I could.
Yeah.
You know, when you're living in hotels, and that's what we did, I take my pillow. People laugh at it. I take my pillow everywhere I go, and I take my coffee stuff.
Oh, really? Okay.
I actually have a water pot, a hot water pot that's made out of silicone that compresses down to about that big.
That's cool.
And so that's what I travel with. I have the AeroPress. We've done it here.
Yep.
That I travel with me, and then I take my own coffee with me. And I ordered something that we're going to try on the podcast as soon as it gets here. I saw it it was either Instabook or Facegram.
Yeah, one of those.
One of those. I'm an expert at them. But it's actually a pour-over filter for a single cup that sits. It's a paper thing that you throw away. And so it's like origami.
Okay.
You unfold it, and it's got the filter, and one of the parts goes underneath the handle. The other part goes over the other side. You fill it with coffee grounds and pour the hot water over it.
And throw the whole thing away when you're done.
the whole thing away when you're done.
Now that's cool.
So I ordered 50 of them.
Okay.
We're going to try it and see.
All right.
We'll see when they get here. I have no idea where they're coming from, but as soon as we get here, we're going to try them.
Because I've got a few things too, and I've got one of the little. You probably have one too. It's a little plastic. It's for pour over.
Yeah.
But by the time you have that, and you have coffee filters, and you bring the coffee, I'm like, you might as well just bring a French press,
I really like the AeroPress. The AeroPress is very convenient to travel with, and it's just a plastic tube.
Yeah.
That you press down. You make espresso with it, but it comes with the little filters, just paper filters like that big. And so what's cool is when you press it down, it doesn't go all the way down, so that it keeps the grounds in there. You unscrew the bottom of it and pop it, and the grounds and the filter go into the trash.
They eject out, yeah.
So that's probably my favorite thing to travel with. Or, I have a thermos coffee cup. That's a French press.
Yeah.
That you just drink right out of it after you press it.
That's pretty cool.
I have way too much coffee. No, there's no such thing.
No.
There's no such thing. I repent of that.
Yeah, but this is really good. I'm enjoying this.
That's good. Chris, thank you again. Two knock out of the park. First one was good. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But these two, the Papua New Guinea and this Kenya AA Plus, are excellent. Very, very smooth.
Yeah, they're very good. I'm enjoying those.
Now, if you're adding cream and sugar and frou-frou and all that kind of stuff,
yeah, you're like, does it matter anymore?
Just drink it how you like it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. As long as you're drinking it.
Yeah. Amen.
And buying it from us.
That's right. Yes, absolutely. Well, let's see what we got here. Wow, it is. Yeah, 4th of July is this weekend. It is the day after tomorrow, and so that's really awesome. 250 years, 250th anniversary. I did have some fun, or I do have some fun stuff to kind of look at, celebrating America's 250th birthday. I was going to ask you, do you know when we started using fireworks? Like as a was in conjunction with
Well,
the
I mean,
4th
if you
of July.
count bombs, let's go back to the Revolutionary
Yeah.
War. I do not.
So I didn't either. So I brought it up, and it looks like, according to History.com, why do we celebrate 4th of July with fireworks? Apparently, Independence Day setting off fireworks actually goes back to 1777. Like
wow.
that. I mean, yeah. Apparently, fireworks have been around for a long, long time.
I hope they're much safer now.
I'm sure they are. Yeah.
I think Lefty is the one that used to set them off. Sorry.
But the first organized celebration held on July 4th, 1777, after making a total of 86, mostly small. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me read this. Yes, they wanted it to be. Yes, I think you're right, by the way. So each ship's cannons fired 13 gun salute in honor of the 13 colonies, but they also set off fireworks. They wanted it to be just obviously a huge celebration. It says here, various cities, in tradition of celebrating independence, they held picnics, parades, speeches, firework displays. Through Boston, one of the first to designate July 4th as an official holiday in 1783. And so it's always been a thing.
Yeah.
I had it in my head that it was more like in the 1900s, but yeah, this is it goes back to the beginning.
That brings up an interesting point because I never would have thought. I mean, I'm sure I learned that in school, but I don't remember much of that. It brings up an interesting point because every generation thinks their generation is it.
Yeah.
We've done everything, and bless their darling hearts that came before us. And that leaks over into the church world too.
Mm.
And we can miss out on a move of God. I remember Pastor Callahan saying it as long as I ever knew him. The greatest enemy of the move of God we're in is the last move of God.
Yeah.
Because that's how God did it. How could it be any better than this? And it's not that it's better, but it is different. God says, I'm going to do a new thing. And so that's very interesting that 1777 was the first 4th of July celebration with fireworks, because I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah. I was like, well, they didn't have
they could blow stuff up. If men were there,
yeah,
they could blow stuff up. There's no question.
They're like, I bet we could probably. How do you celebrate stuff?
Let's set this on fire.
You blow it up.
So basically what we're saying is this nation was founded by rednecks.
Pretty much.
That's what we're
It absolutely is. But yeah, it's in here. Yeah, celebrated for they wanted games and sports and guns and bells and illuminations and fireworks. So
that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's very interesting.
Let's see what else we got here. I did also bring up I think this can be fun. We won't spend a lot of time on it, but some fun facts, fun 4th of July facts that might surprise you. I don't know. Around 64% of Americans own a U.S. flag. I'm sure it's higher.
I bet it's higher than that now.
Yeah. It said this was a study conducted in 2024.
Yeah, I'm sure it's higher.
I'm sure it's higher.
Patriotism is much higher. That's something, just hold for a second, because that's something that's always been interesting to me, is we'll go to, I've traveled to many nations, and I'm not thinking of anyone in particular, that don't have the blessings that America has, but their level of patriotism is so much higher.
Yeah.
And there's a group that want to downplay how great our nation is. And, you're wrong to be patriotic and everything's wrong with our nation. Well, there's something wrong with every nation.
Oh, there's no perfect nation.
But I can't tell you, after traveling around the world, how glad I am And I remember a conversation I had overseas, and that's as specific as I'll be about where I was. I was overseas, and they were blasting our nation.
Oh, really?
And I had had enough. I beyond totally, I lost it. We were out to dinner, and I'm not telling you I cussed. I'm not telling you I sinned, but I was very upset. And finally, one of the pastors looked at me, and he said, listen, we tease you, but you all are the greatest nation on the planet, and if it wasn't for you, we would all be speaking German. So thank you.
Yeah. And you talked about it during the World Cup, where of course we're still pumped about it, still
Yes,
going
we
on.
are, man.
But how many foreigners from all over have come to the U.S. and have, that's the cool side of social media, the positive side of it. Seeing so many positive reports about, they're like, there was one guy, he was here for a week. And he's like, I was supposed to go he goes, I went to the airport, changed my ticket. Was like, I'm staying for another week.
Yeah.
He goes, I've never been any place better than this.
Yeah. They were all told, all the other nations are talking about how terrible America is and you can't go there. And there's a guy, I started following him on, I think it was on Instagram, that from Scotland, that he was told, you can't even walk around there.
Yeah.
It's so dangerous. And so he is walking from Los Angeles to Boston. And all he's talking about is how friendly everybody is.
Yep.
I can't remember now, and I apologize. It was a couple weeks ago. It was either Scotland or the Netherlands fans are playing in Boston.
Yeah.
They have been so well received by the city of Boston. They are setting up a sister city thing.
Yeah.
With them in Boston, and setting up a week every year that they come back to Boston to visit.
Yeah. How cool is that?
That, I'm telling you what, yeah, there's problems in our nation, but it's still founded on godly principles, founded by Christians, no matter what the media wants to tell you. Our founding fathers were believers. I don't remember the number of original signers of the Declaration of Independence that were actually pastors.
Yeah.
And so this idea that God's not involved, they formed our government based on Moses' father-in-law telling him how to set up the judges and having people, that's where that came from. You read through the Declaration of Independence, it's scriptural.
Yeah.
And so this idea, we're not going to take Christianity out of America. And how great was it? Was it like a month and a half ago that our president stood up and declared, how crazy that we had to do this, declared that America is a Christian nation.
Yeah. But I'm glad he did.
I am too. There's a change.
Yep.
There's a shift in our nation. Again, I'm not telling you our nation's perfect. There's not a perfect one on the planet.
No.
But I am telling you there's not a nation on the planet that has put more money, people, and resources into the preaching of the gospel than the United States has.
Yep.
And that's how I know revival is coming to America.
Yes.
Because seed time and harvest works.
Absolutely. Amen.
I'm going to drink some more coffee.
Yeah. So a couple of these that stood out to me, I was kind of looking through them. There have been 6 American flags taken to the moon.
Oh, wow.
So I think that's kind of neat.
That's pretty cool.
Between all the different missions and stuff, 6 different flags made it to the moon. There have actually, over the course of the United States, there have been 27 different versions of the flag. The original flag had 13 stars for the 13 colonies. Today's American flag represents 50 stars and 13 stripes. And so I think that's kind of, that's very cool.
I have a flag encased as you come into my office in the front hallway of our church that flew over missions in Afghanistan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And actually, it gives the specifics of the mission that it was flown on the bomber.
Yeah.
And what was done in the bombing.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. That was, one of the young people that we've adopted, her dad was in the Air Force, was a colonel in the Air Force, and was stationed in Afghanistan for 186 days, I think.
Oh, wow.
Just over 6 months. And brought that back to me, to Elizabeth and me as a thank you. So that hangs in the hallway out front.
That is cool.
Yeah, it really is cool. Nothing wrong with being patriotic, but don't let your patriotism trump your Christianity.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian first.
Yeah.
I'm a patriot second.
You know, that actually leads me to another fun fact. Independence Day was once celebrated on July 5th. The holiday fell on a Sunday in 1779, so Americans celebrated it on Monday, and they were at the Lord's house on Sunday.
Yeah, and that's a sad commentary on our nation that now it doesn't matter what day it is.
Yeah.
If it's on a Sunday, we'll celebrate it on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And I believe it's going to change. I do believe, when the revival hit Wales, everything shut down. Soccer fields were empty, bars were empty, everything was empty because everybody was going after God. Our nation has gone far that way, away from God, that God is bringing them back. I mean, we're coming back.
Yeah.
God never left, but we're coming back where, Jesus is the center of our lives. And so I believe those kind of things are going to change again. I believe the popularity, I think we're seeing it. I think we're seeing the popularity of sports that support that anti-Christ agenda are losing popularity.
Yep.
People are like, we're either going to pull out and do our own thing, or we're just going to stop supporting this.
Yeah.
And an excellent example of that, very outspoken believers on the team, but Savannah Bananas.
Yes, they are so cool.
They pray at the opening of every game. There's guys that give their testimony every time. Let's bring it. Texas Rangers. I am not a Major League Baseball fan. I've never been a baseball fan, but I have the utmost respect for the Texas Rangers. They are the only team in the National Leagues, in the Major League Baseball, that do not celebrate Pride Month.
Yeah.
And they have a faith and family night instead. And they've gotten, people are saying boycott them and all that kind of stuff. Go ahead and try, because their attendance has increased, while these other Major League I don't know how Major League Baseball makes it, because their stadiums are empty.
Oh, I know. I don't know how they make it.
It's crazy. And the salaries they're paying their players. Listen, people, you can't sustain that.
No.
You can't. It's like, as long as we're going down the road, it's like when they start demanding $25 an hour for fast food restaurant employees, and passing legislation for it, raising the minimum wage. Do you understand? Fast food was never meant to be a career unless you get into management.
Yeah.
So what's happened? I hope people notice what's happened. McDonald's, just as an example, McDonald's raised their pay.
Yep.
And lowered their number of employees.
Yeah.
Every McDonald's I've been to in the last couple years, which is not a lot, but every one that I've been into has one manned cash register.
Yep.
And everything else is computer screens.
And I won't even go into one. I just do the drive-through with a code.
Yeah.
I've already ordered it on the app.
Yep.
And
the one that hasn't gone to that
Chick-fil-A.
is Chick-fil-A.
But the service is great. The people are great.
And their pay has always been good.
Yeah.
It amazed me. We had some people here, some single moms and some moms working there, and what they paid them is phenomenal.
Yeah.
For fast food restaurant. But anyway, and there's a crisis. I'm not telling you everything they do is Christian, but it was founded on Christian principles.
Yeah.
That's what our nation was founded on.
Yep. So I got one for you. I'm going to let you see the answer, though. How many people would you estimate lived in the United States in 1776? This is just what the internet says, so we'll see if it's right. I don't know.
It has to be true, or it wouldn't be allowed on there.
How
many
think?
In 1776? 87,972.
According to this, it says there were about 2.5 million people. I don't know about that. I don't know.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of people.
In 1776?
1770s? That's what it said anyway.
Wow.
So, anyway, I don't know.
I never would have guessed that many.
Another fun one. Our national anthem wasn't the Star-Spangled Banner until 1931. It took 117 years for the words written in 1814 by Francis Key Scott to gain federal recognition, and is now one of the most famous songs in the country.
And remember, on our vacation, we went to Fort Morgan.
Yeah,
and they talked about that song, and it was actually a poem.
Yep.
Written about a battle at Fort, I don't remember, and then put to the melody of a bar song.
Yeah, that was a cool fun fact.
Yeah, that was a cool side trip on that vacation.
All right, last one, and this is what I just think is very interesting. I don't know if it's true, but the
We're going to share it like it is.
we're going to share it like it is. The One World Trade Center, which is built in New York after place of
9/11.
after 9/11, apparently was designed to be 1,776 feet tall.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
That is pretty cool. I know it's been a while since I shared it, but one of the car shows that I watched, it was a neat car show because it was a female that owned the shop, and she would redo cars as gifts to people.
yeah.
And the one that she gave it to was a guy that was a fireman on 9/11 that had to retire after 9/11 because of the inhalation. You know, his lungs were destroyed from the soot and the debris he took in. So his dream car was an IROC Camaro, and she rebuilt it for him and unveiled it to him at the memorial, the 9/11 memorial in New York. And so they had parked, and he didn't know anything about it. He thought it was a fundraiser for one of his a group that he's a part of, Tunnel to Tower, which is an amazing charity, Tunnel to Tower. And so they're walking to see the car, and he stops 2 blocks away and just starts to weep. And she says, "Are you okay?" And he goes, "This is my first time back." I'm tearing up now.
Oh, I couldn't imagine.
I'm bawling watching this show. And so they go to the memorial. That's that waterfall, and it has all the names of those that died, the first responders, and the people in the buildings. And to watch him, you could tell this was not staged.
Yeah.
To watch him with his hand going around that whole memorial until he got to his fire department. And it's a great nation.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. So celebrate 250 years.
And be thankful.
Oh,
my goodness. Have a heart of thankfulness.
If there's that you were born in America or you came here legally, be thankful.
Yeah.
Be thankful.
It was fun. I know we're out of time, but I saw something just talking about thankfulness, and it was a college student clip thing, and they were like, they were not happy with America. Let's just say that. And so the interviewer said, "Okay, fine." He goes, "I tell you what, if I paid for it, where would you go? You can go anywhere. I'll pay for your ticket. I'll send you with some money. If you leave the United States, where would you go?" And I mean, they were both like, "Well."
Yeah, exactly.
I guess there's nowhere else I'd rather be. And it's like, well, then, yeah.
God bless America and
Be thankful.
be thankful. Happy 4th of July. Happy 250 years of America.
Yes. And actually, Sunday, I don't know what, but we're going to
We are going to celebrate it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the whole service, but we are proud to be Americans.
Because I'm proud to be. Sorry.
I'll let you handle that. That was a terrible start
It
to
was
that
really
song.
bad.
We'll let
Pastor
Lee
David.
We'll let Lee Greenwood keep singing that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, there we go.
Anyway.
Thank you all.